if and when he surpasses Wayne Gretzky
and
secures the record, I have a blueprint, on what the celebration on that evening should look like.
What Ovechkin should do when he breaks the record.
Yes, and what the whole scene should be like.
All right.
Correct.
All right, spell it
out.
The
first thing is, if it is, both the home and away team should be prepared.
Okay, they have to be.
Well in advance.
They'll all know.
I don't know if this is going to be an NHL thing or a team-specific thing.
Right.
If this happens on the road, I want a big blowout, and then the Capitals do their own ceremony before the next home game. If it happens at home, they just do it in the middle of the game. In that moment, the game doesn't matter.
No,
this is once in a lifetime.
Right.
All right. So let's talk about the certain things that should happen during this ceremony, which should take as much time as necessary. Number one, I want to see these graphics. There is Alex Ovechkin as Luke Skywalker at the end of Return of the Jedi.
He's in the Ewok village, correct, yeah.
Correct. Yub Nub Never Die. Then he's looking at the Force ghosts of Wayne Gretzky, Gordie Howe, and Jaromir Jagr.
But Jagr's not... There's only one guy that's not with us. Why would they all be ghosts?
No. Jagger's just like, I'm not in the NHL, but I'm returning, baby. I'm here in spirit.
I understand.
Because he will be in the Czech Republic, in Czechia. So that must happen.
Okay.
We definitely have to have that sort of graphic. What's next?
I say that Ovechkin will get a statue.
Yeah.
And this is what it's going to look like. You have to have Ovechkin in a classic pose.
That's the one.
Cheetos and a Subway sandwich.
And it's going to kind of be like the David Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, where they unveil the statue and they're like, just kidding, we have a better one for you. But we just want that reaction. That's a perfect picture.
I'm trying to think about the Beckham and Ronaldo statues, and if the same sculptor did Ovechkin, would it be more accurate to the way Ovechkin looks?
Yeah.
Is my question right now.
I just love that what you're looking at right now is peak goal-scoring performance in the National Hockey League.
Indeed.
Soak it in, hockey fans. You'll love to see it. And speaking of soaking it in, what will also happen is we will have a replica fountain wheeled to center ice for Alex Ovechkin to swim in.
You have to have it. I mean, if there's anything we learned from his time winning the Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals, the man loves to jump into a fountain under certain conditions. After imbibing a few, probably.
Actually, I like that idea better. Make it right at Ovi's office.
Wheel
Put
it
it
out,
at the face-off circle.
Have him go tarp off, jump into the fountain, and celebrate this bad boy.
I like that better. We're also going to have catering, Wish.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we are.
Everybody on the Caps bench will be given some delicious chicken parm and pasta from Mama Lucia's, which is they can enjoy during the ceremony. That, of course, is the famous Alex Ovechkin pregame meal that has powered this record-breaking career for him. Alex Ovechkin and chicken parm. And by the way, we should have just photoshopped Buccigross onto that bench if it was going to be chicken parm. It's like the bat signal for Buccigross.
Well, Bucci needs to be there because he was the first one to say that Ovi will break this record.
That's a really good point.
Maybe he's the one that's delivering the parms.
He believed before no one else did.
Yeah, this was like a decade ago that he said this. Maybe he's the one delivering the parms and then having one himself at the end of the bench. Who knows? Or maybe emceeing the whole thing. That would be good. All right. The next thing is that this was inspired by Lionel Messi essentially giving out beers to all the goalkeepers that he scored on in his career. Alex Ovechkin will give out bottles of Coke to every goaltender that he scored on, and the amount of goals will be the amount of bottles of Coke. So Marc-Andre Fleury will get 28.
All right, also, I think we should have a cauldron filled with the melted down gold medals and replica Stanley Cups of Sidney Crosby. Ovechkin can dip his stick into it, there we go, and get a little bit of that Crosby magic and comeuppance on Sid, melt them down in a cauldron for Ovi.
Now, of course, we have to book this a little bit like pro wrestling. So at the end of the ceremony, Alex Ovechkin will be looking at the future. So Austin Matthews will do a run-in and hit him with a steel chair from behind as if to say, it's my time. You broke the record, but I'm going to be catching you in due time, buddy. Just wait.
And finally, look, Alex Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer of all time. Alex Ovechkin is the greatest goal scorer of his generation. It's time that we update the awards. All due respect to Rocket Richard and a great name for the award. Please rename the goal scoring award the Ovechkin.